Districts reported that more than 25% of their students opted out.
More than 1,700 elementary, middle, and high school students opted out of taking the PARCC test.
There was 5 kids that I was with.
That took the test?
Yeah.
Like almost the entire auditorium was filled with kids that didn't take it.
Not a single junior showed up to take the Common Core Smarter Balance test this week.
People all around America have had a huge debate about one thing: testing. We know that people have different views of testing and its benefits. We wanted to see what these people felt about testing and if it really does help us in our everyday lives.
How did we get here? Well, the explosion of testing can be traced back to the 90s, when you probably remember stories like these about the state of public education.
When 40 nations recently took the International Math and Science Test, American students scored near the bottom.
So we interviewed the testing coordinator of our own high school to see what standardized testing is really about.
Okay. Hi, how are you? My name is Miss Boria, and I am one of the assistant principals here at Fort Pierce Central. I'm over 9th grade, and I'm over testing. Now I have a group of students here that were inquiring about what does testing look like at Fort Pierce Central. Well, according to the state statute, we must test our students in several areas. There's communications, there's math. This includes FSA reading, FSA ELA writing, Algebra 1, Algebra 2, geometry assessments. Those are considered our EOCs, and our civics. Students are tested basically to measure how much they actually are gaining and learning in school.
Students are taking between 10 and 20 standardized tests depending on the grade, a total average of 113 different ones by graduation.
Passing these standardized tests stress the students because they mostly determine if they graduate. Ms. Gray gave us her opinion on this.
I think that a test gives us good information, but if you took away graduation attached to it, or you took away passing a class to be attached to it, we'd actually have better data because they wouldn't be stressed out when they took the test.
It's a requirement for graduation. Not only are students are required to receive an average of a 2.0 to graduate, but they also must have received completion of the math requirement, the communication requirement. They must have received a passing score on those tests in order to graduate, to go on to a university.
The teacher should have input as to how a student does in class, along with a standardized test and whatever benchmarks or end of the year tests there are.
Tests to most students only measure what they have memorized in class. Mr. Michaels told us how he feels about testing and his relativeness to seniors graduating.
I think they should have a part in determining whether or not you graduate. I do not think that they should be as stressed about or important as a lot of administration and other teachers make it out to be. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys have heard the expression teaching to the test. I don't think classrooms should be run that way, but I do think that state tests should have an effect on how you graduate. Kids are under enough stress already. You shouldn't have to worry about things like that, high stakes testing. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can really do about it because it's state mandated. So,
According to this chart, only 60% of colleges place importance on these standardized tests. They mostly base their admissions on grades, and grades can be affected by these tests.
The testing schedule is tough on everybody. It's tough on you guys when you have to test for more than one day in a row. It is tough on the teachers because if half of my class is out, I have to teach to who I have, but then I have to make sure I get the people that were out testing. So, I mean, it's something that we juggle for sure.
This amount of testing can take a toll.
Teachers have reported kids throwing up, kids crying, especially the younger ones. And it's the pressure.
That's true. In fact, this happens so much that official instructions for test administrators specify what to do if a student vomits on his or her test booklet. And something is wrong with our system when we just assume a certain number of kids will vomit. Tests are supposed to be assessments of skills, not a rap battle on 8 Mile Road.
Not only does testing stress students, it stresses the teachers. How well the students test directly affect their pay.
While the idea of tying teacher pay to student improvement sounds great in theory, here's how it can work in practice.
I have 4 students whose predicted scores were literally impossible. One of my 6th grade students had a predicted score of 286.34. However, the highest a 6th grade student can earn is 283. The student did earn a 283, incidentally. Despite the fact she earned a perfect score, she counted negatively towards my evaluation because she was 3 points below her predicted score.
He does have a point. If a test fails to reflect ability, there are human consequences. Because one shy Florida 8th grader who had a near-perfect score in her advanced language arts class was asked to leave it last year due to her inexplicably low scores on the FCAT. And last fall, she told a school board meeting exactly how that felt.
Every year I do good in school, but I get low test scores on the FCAT, and it feels like a punch in the stomach. This is unfair, and I don't want to lose my opportunity to take my advanced classes or get better education because of this one test.
Standardized testing affects everyone in different ways, though it may help to see how well we learn. The information, it pulls stress on many people. The way we test should have been changed. It should be based on how well we learn, not how well we memorize.